Hello everyone. I welcome you all in today's lecture. Today we will be starting with a new poem in your elective English syllabus from your book Kaleidoscope. Today we will be beginning with the third poet, that is William Blake. Two of his poems are prescribed in your elective syllabus. They are The Divine Image and The Human Abstract. Like always, let us have a small introduction about the poet and then we will move on to the poem. As you can see in your textbook, it says William Blake was a poet, painter, and engraver. Now, what is an engraver? A person who carves, makes patterns in stones, wood, etc. is an engraver. So, an engraver is an artist, just like a poet and a painter. So, we can see how multi-talented William Blake was. The introduction further says he abhorred the rationalism and materialism of his times. Now, what is rationalism? Rationalism word comes from the word rational, which means something derived from reason, logical thinking. It gives less importance to the heart, emotions, and feelings, and more importance to the mind, to calculated logic. So, this is the rationalism that William Blake abhorred or feared. Now, there is another word, materialism, which derives from the word material. So, materialism is running after money, wealth, status, and all other sorts of material gains in life, things that make us rich. So, William Blake abhorred or feared both rationalism and materialism of his times or the age in which he lived, okay? Because both of these make human beings mean, worldly, and worthless. They make us run after only logic, reason, and money, and they make us forget the real human values, love, care, our relation to God. Okay, so that's why William Blake feared these two things, materialism and rationalism. Now, what the introduction further says, what he saw and painted were human beings beset with evil, yet striving for the divine within them. So, he was also a painter, and his paintings represented humans in their reality. It is said that we human beings have both good and evil inside us. It is up to us what we want to bring out, what we want to be. Whether we want to be good or bad. Similarly, Blake's paintings also show these two sides of the humans, where they have that evil inside them, they are full of evil, but nevertheless, they strive to do good and follow the divine inside them. Okay, so this is the two sides of the human beings, of the human soul, that William Blake desired or tried to show in his paintings as well. Blake's lyrics appeared in two sets of volumes, Songs of Innocence, from which the divine image has been chosen, and Songs of Experience, from which the human abstract has been taken, representing the two contrary states of the human soul. So, just like he painted the two sides of the human soul, similarly, when he wrote, that is, when he wrote poetry, when he was a writer, he wrote once again about the two sides of the human soul. The one side that is innocent, that is good, and the other side that is evil, that has experience and that is worldly wise. Okay, So these are the two dichotomies, or the two sides, or the two contraries that can be seen in all art that William Blake produced, be it the paintings or the writings. Okay. So it says, the introduction says that he published, or he wrote two collections. One was titled as Songs of Innocence, and the other was titled as Songs of Experience. Now, they are titled as songs, which means that they are lyrics. Now, what are lyrics? Lyrics are the words, or the sentences that can be sung. For example, we have the lyrics in music albums, we have the lyrics in the songs these days. So lyrics is something that can be sung. So in the same manner, William Blake's writings were so lyrical, they were so much rhymed, and they were so easy to put in music that they could be sung. Okay. So he has written Songs of Innocence, in which he has shown things from the viewpoint of a child, or he has written from the viewpoint of a child or an innocent being. And in that collection, there is this poem, The Divine Image, which we will be doing the first. Okay. And so similarly, there is the other collection by him that was known as Songs of Experience, and that was written from the viewpoint of an adult, or an experienced person, and an experienced person who knows about the ways of the world. So the second collection is all about experience. So it is titled as Songs of Experience, and from that is taken the second poem that we will be reading by William Blake, and that is the human abstract. Yes. So these are the two poems that we will be reading from two of his collections, and one is from Songs of Innocence and the other is from Songs of Experience. So I hope this is clear. Lastly, what does the introduction say? Most of his poems in the first volume have counterparts in the second. So what does this mean? It means that most of the poems that he has written in the first collection, that is Songs of Innocence, they have a replica, or you can say a partner poem in the other collection, Songs of Experience. And he has written about one topic from the viewpoint of a child in Songs of Innocence, and he has written on the same topic from the viewpoint of an adult in Songs of Experience. So one thing from two lenses he has presented before the readers in these two collections. So most of the poems have this have these two sides shown. Okay. So not all, but some, most of them. So this is what the last line says. So we will see what these poems are talking about. Now, coming to the poem The Divine Image, you as you can say, you will be able to see in the next lecture, hopefully. It is a very short poem, and if you can Google it, you will see it is a very short and a very simple poem, and it is also written in a simple language. It talks about 4 traditional Christian virtues. Now, in Christianity, there are 4 traditional Christian virtues, which are mercy, pity, peace, and love. So the poem is like a prayer where all human beings are treated equally, and when we pray, we are talking about the good things. We don't involve any sort of negativity when we pray. Okay. So prayer is this poem is a kind of a prayer in which which is written from the viewpoint of a little child, because as I said, it is from the collection Songs of Innocence. So the poem talks about mercy, pity, peace, and love, these 4 values which should be there in everybody. And it also lays emphasis upon the idea that we all are one, we all human beings are one, and we belong to one God, to whom we all pray in distress, misery, and sadness. So be it any religion, be it any race we belong to in any part of the world, we all pray in our misery and sadness to the same one God. Okay. So this is the idea. And So, what does William Blake say? That we must all love each other. We must all love each other, irrespective of any differences that we have. The title of the poem, that is the divine image, reflects all these ideas, and it primarily shows that God created human beings in His divine image. Okay, God created human beings in His image, in His essence. So it is our duty to reflect the virtues of God. God has mercy, God has love, God has tolerance, God has pity, God has compassion, and there are so many emotions that we attach to God. So all these good emotions are something that we should also develop in ourselves, and we should also try to reflect those emotions and try to improve our lives and be better human beings. So this is the divine image that the poet is talking about. So this was all about an introduction to the poet William Blake and to the poem that we will be reading. So we will pause today, and in the next lecture, I hope that we will start with the explanation of the poem. And until then, I request you to read the poem, The Divine Image. So please read the poem and keep studying. Take care of yourselves. Thank you and see you.